There we go. All right. What up, guys? We are live. Welcome to another live infield breakdown. So we did one of these quite recently, about 2 weeks ago, and you guys seem to really enjoy it. So we want to do another one. We shot a shitload of infield, so we have a lot to break down. We're going to give you guys 5-10 minutes to get into the the shit, and then we'll jump right in. So let me know, guys, in the comments if you can hear me well, if you can see me, and all that. We're going to start the infield exactly at the 10-minute mark. So we're just going to give you guys a little time to jump on in. The man, the myth, the legend. All right. Let's go, legends. Love it. Yo, I am excited for this one. We got some. Last time we had like 1 or 2 pieces of infield to break down. This time we got like half a dozen. We actually shot a shitload of infield. We have 20, 30 interactions. A lot of them, the audio and video was pretty bad, so it can't be used unless you want me to like lip sync what happened. I don't know if that would be valuable. So, yeah, we got a shitload of infield, but we still got 5 or 6 that are solid. That where the audio and video were both good. So, I'm excited to bring it to you guys. We got group sets, we got one sets, we got everything pretty much. I think in this breakdown. So this is gonna be a good one. All right, and let's get I want to get some crowd in here, so because this is I think this is a lot of value. I don't see a lot of YouTubers doing these infield breakdowns live. J-Mob is the only one I know who does it. I actually got this idea more or less from him. So yeah, if you guys can tell your friends, let's get like a maximum turnout in here. The more people, the more likes. Really, just that gives me like I'm gonna do these either way, but that gives me like extra motivation to go out and really shoot this infield, which is a pain in the fucking ass. I honestly don't like doing it. It's a pain in the ass for a lot of reasons, mostly technical, but that'll give me extra motivation. So if you guys can tell your friends, let's get maximum turnout in here. Let's get like a good show. We got 15 people. All right. 17, growing steadily. Feel good to transfer that feeling. I got this vibe. Swear it's perfect to ride. All right. Don't mind the mess in the back. This is the day before our maid comes, so tomorrow's going to be a lot cleaner. Any day feels on the way. Yeah, we've kind of been talking about this. So we shot some. I don't know why I'm struggling for words today. We shot some. But it's a little bit, I don't know, I wonder if it's too much of a liability to show that. I mean, there's going to have to be a lot of censoring. So we actually have some that's done already. We're just still not sure if we want to show it or not. But we do have a opener to pull by Indian PE. So that one's going to be interesting. I think that one's going to be its own video that we're going to premiere sometime next week. But yeah, we got a lot of awesome stuff coming up. Hello, buddy. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. Also, since I was gonna announce it in my next video, but why not for the early birds? Because I do appreciate people coming on time, since I'm usually never on time. We are going to be building a studio sometime in the near future. So once we hit 100,000 subs, I'm going to give the go ahead on that. So we're going to have a studio. We're going to bring in guests, girls, guys, whatever. Well, not just random girls or random guys, but people who have value to offer. We're going to bring them in. We're going to do podcasts. It's going to be awesome. So I'm really looking forward to that. But we have to wait on that a little bit until the channel grows a bit more. Have you used the CRISPR app? I have. The one time I used the CRISPR app, I got a text from some random whatever. It was a really random interaction. This chick asked for my WhatsApp, and then she never responded. And a week later, I got some like death threat from someone pretending to be in the cartel, saying that if I don't pay $500 wire transfer, they're gonna do to me what they do to this dead bodies, and they send me pictures of dead bodies. And I was kind of creeped out by it, so I went to the police and I was like, yo, like, this is pretty shady. And the cop just kind of laughed and said, yeah, this is a common scam that's going around. I hope you didn't send the money. I'm like, no, I didn't. He's like, all right, you're good then. He's like, yeah, this is a scam that's going around. So yeah, and that was the one time I used CRISPR. Do most guys overthink game? Yeah, I think so. From what I found, I think a lot of guys do. I love this question. Hey man, why are you talking in such a deep, weird voice? I mean, this is my voice. I gotta project because I am, live, so I can't be talking mumbling, talking really quiet because then you guys are not going to hear me, right? So I do have to project my voice a little bit. I'm not trying to talk in a deeper voice, but I am trying to project my voice so you guys can hear me clearly instead of just me rambling as if I'm like not really paying attention. Are you going to have boot camps? Maybe, possibly. Probably not. I don't know. It's a lot of work. I don't really see it as a key part of our business model. We're not really cold approach coaches. For online game, you don't really need a boot camp. Like, I feel like our product and mastermind is pretty much more than enough. So I honestly don't really see the need for us to have boot camps, to be honest. Make extra money, sure, but we're already doing like pretty decently. So yeah, I'm just not that motivated to do the boot camps. I think it's better for guys to just go to people who specialize in cold approach, in my opinion. Any good tips to display high value in cold approach? If you make it too obvious, then it might be too try hard. So subtle, high value, cold approach. The best way to display high value in cold approach is by dressing well, carrying yourself well, getting a good haircut, being in the best shape possible. Really, it's about showing rather than saying. Also having confidence, carrying yourself like someone has swagger. So that's more doing rather than like saying like, oh, I'm not too big on like, I do some DHVs verbally, but not too many. That's more John's game. So if you want to learn more about that, I would say check out some of his resources. Speaking of the devil, John Anthony is super legit. When are you interviewing him again? Yeah, he's one of my good buddies. Probably soon. I mean, I have him on like once every 2 months or so. You can do a text game boot camp. I mean, I suppose I could. I think it would be kind of overkill, but yeah, perhaps. Food for thought. Would you ever move back to Russia, or is America better? America is definitely better, in my opinion. I don't think I would ever move back to Russia. I was 7 when I left. Went back once when I was 16. Got strep within a day of arriving. Yeah, don't think I'm going to be going back. Would release Infield of Indian P? Yes, we are going to release that Infield probably next week or the following week at the latest. All right, so we're getting almost to the 10-minute mark. Yeah, so in another minute and a half, we are going to start the Infield breakdown. I am excited for this one. Cold approach. John Anthony said I wanted to be. He was one of the most best StarCraft players. I don't think he meant like he was a professional StarCraft player. At least not that I know. I just think he meant he was good at StarCraft, but I don't really know. How old are you? 31. Would you interview Brad Holiday while he's in the penitentiary? No, I will not. Loved your interview with Caleb Jones. Thanks. It was actually one of my top 10 interviews that I enjoyed personally. I think that was a good one. I really didn't have big expectations for that one. I didn't really know much about Caleb, but I really enjoyed him. So I think there's going to be more collaborations with him. All right, guys. So we are on the 10-minute mark, so we're just going to jump into the infield. So the way we're going to do this And I asked for now to keep the questions on the infield. We're going to go through each one. I'm going to go through at least what I think is a good order. So we're just going to go through these. We'll break it down. I'll play it, and then we'll take questions about it, and then we'll jump to the next one. So for anyone who is going to be joining late, you're going to have to watch go rewind after this live stream is over. All right, let's do this shit. So bear with me. Share screen. Video file. Bear with me, guys. Okay, let's start with this.
Oh, my.
All right, so I'm gonna paint a little context. Actually, let me full screen this shit. So this is my first set of the night. I'm not really feeling like interacting at all. So I do somewhat believe in the concept of state to some extent. I mean, they call it flow states. That's the scientific term for it. But basically, yes. So I'm not really feeling like I really want to chat up girls, but we are filming Infield, so I gotta make shit happen. So this is my first set of the night, so I'm a little rusty. She's also super awkward, so this is gonna be a what do you do? Basically, what do you do in a situation when the girl's awkward on her phone and you're not really feeling it? That's gonna be that demonstration. And so I'm using my dog as an excuse to open, which I do all the fucking time.
My dog just dragged me over here. I had no choice in the matter.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
That's going good.
No, I got you. I just saw you walking and I don't know, kind of felt like we should meet at the very least.
Yeah. Thank you for
I know it's kind of random. Yeah. What is it like a important phone call or it's like your husband or something? Okay. All right. Well, your best friend wants you to be happy, right? That's why she's here.
So she tells me she's on the phone with her best friend, right? So I use that. I'm like, well, your best friend wants you to be happy, right? So at this point, I got to get her on the phone because if she's on the phone with her friend, she's only going to be paying half attention to me and then becomes weird. So I got to get her off the phone, right? So I'm going to use some logic. I'm like, oh, your best friend wants you to be happy, right? Well, and then watch how I transition it.
Your best friend? Imagine she says no. She's like, no, I don't.
And here I'm just trying to throw in some humor to kind of lighten it up because this girl's like super uptight, super I caught her off guard really badly, which is, sometimes that can't be helped. So I want to get her loosen up a little bit. So I'm probably going to throw in more jokes than I would in a normal situation.
You should tell your best friend, be like, listen, I'm going to call you back in 1 minute because this awesome guy with a really cute dog.
I'll put my headphones on for 2 seconds.
2 seconds. There we go.
All right, so we got her fucking to end the call on her phone, but she says, I will do it for 2 seconds, which is really not a good frame to be in. Like usually what happens in these situations is girls will be like, okay, fine. Hey, I'll call you back. Right, so that's kind of what I was hoping for, but she says 2 seconds. So she's really giving me a false time constraint. The gall of this woman. All right, so let's see what happens next.
What's your chance?
Now's my chance.
Yeah.
I got nothing. I'm just kidding.
Well, you have a dog.
So here I like to troll girls sometimes. So she says, here's your chance, right? So I don't want anything I say after she says, here's your chance, is going to come off as me trying to win her over, right? So I got to kind of break that frame. And I do it in this situation with humor. Now, what I could have done is I could have said, here's my chance, here's your chance, right? That probably would have been better game. I just didn't think of it on the spot. But yeah, so I got to get out of the frame of this is me trying to win you over, right? This is me trying to impress you because that frame never leads to anything good. So I'm trying to break that frame. I did it in humor in the situation, but I probably should have done it just with a simple reframe.
Alex.
Nelly, nice to
meet
meet
you.
you.
So what's your story? Are you like a tourist or are you visiting or are you
I
staying?
live here. I live in the area. What about you?
So do I. I live in the Infinity.
Okay, nice.
Oh, great. Now a million people are going to know where I live. Lovely. Thank you, tech guy, for censoring that out.
So we're neighbors as well.
I guess so.
So I was kind of curious, what's your background? Because you look very ambiguous. I'm Russian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm half Israeli, half Czech.
Really? Half my family lives in Israel.
Nice.
Yeah. We're half Jews.
I hope they're doing well.
So here I'm just trying to like get some banter going and just get some rapport going back and forth, like some normal rapport. Like initially it was kind of gamey because I had to get her off the phone, so now I'm just trying to like drop it back. But you see how she's like walking away now. Like, so this one was just like a really tough one for a variety of reasons. Like this girl was just really not giving me like the time of day. But watch what I do next.
They're doing all right, I suppose.
Well, it was really nice meeting you.
I feel like we were just starting the meeting. Like I feel like we can't end the meeting so early.
So this is just basic verbal diarrhea. This is basic persistence. So she's trying to end it. I'm gonna be a little persistent, but I'm not gonna be like too overdo it. Like if she doesn't want to chill, then well, her loss. Right, Rhaegar?
Yeah.
We're just like getting started with this this romance.
That's a way to look at it.
Perhaps.
You can take my number if you want. I have to go.
No, I really don't. No, I'm just kidding.
So again, like back to the trolling, she's like, you can take my number down if you want. It's kind of a shitty number close, but really, what am I going to do in this situation? So I try to troll her a little bit. I say, I really don't. I probably should have held the tension a little bit longer, like another second or two, but I just see her body turning away. But let's say there's like, this is my mindset. Awkward interaction, chances are she's not going to text me back. But let's say there is a 20% chance she's going to hit me back, right? Because every number, there's a chance. Like some chicks are just super awkward in person. I've had interactions like that. And then they're chill over text. And then over text, they're like, sorry, I'm just really shy sometimes, right? So I've had that happen many times, right? So just that because the girl is awkward doesn't mean I'm going to, just like not get the number, right? Like what do I have to lose? I text her and I see if she responds. So the right play in situations like that is always to get the number. It takes literally a split fucking second to text a girl.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yes?
Yeah, I feel like I caught you off guard. But yeah, well,
I'm trying to get here, so I'm just trying to address because I can tell she's like uncomfortable. So I'm just trying to like get her to explain a little bit. Like I feel like I caught you off guard where I want her to be like, no, it's not that. It's just that blah 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 blah. Right. So I want her to give me her like I don't know, like almost like her objection or whatever's going on in her mind, so I could kind of ground it a little bit, but she doesn't. So yeah, this one we could call it off as like a success/fail. But I wanted to start that off to show you guys that even like a fail doesn't really have to be that bad. Like.
Nice meeting you, though.
Likewise. His name is Rhaegar.
Okay, my name's Nelly.
Nelly, okay.
Yeah.
Like Nelly.
I was trying to make a joke, like like the rapper Nelly. I was gonna make a joke, and then she just gets away before I even have a chance to do that. So, yeah. So it is what it is. All right, let's remove this off the screen. So yeah, so that was the first infield breakdown. Hope you guys enjoyed that. A little nice way to start off the night. The cool thing about pushing yourself in situations like this is just become smoother and smoother, right? So this one was slightly awkward, at least for her. It doesn't really feel that awkward for me. But like, again, like you really have nothing to lose by going for it. All right, so let's see. We got some questions building up. Let's just quickly answer this, and then we'll jump into the next one. Is there a segment about closing? Well, sorta. I mean, you're not going to see a segment about like me banging chicks and narrating that. Unfortunately, I can't show that on YouTube. We'll have to save that for Pornhub. But no, I mean, you'll see like me getting girls' numbers, like more solid closes, and you'll see me like explain what my rationale is and whatnot, my strategy. But yeah, that's kind of the extent that's going to go to at the very least today. Okay. How to self-assess texting weak points. You need to have a high level of self-awareness. Most people don't have that. I recommend posting in the forums. Forums is notplayingfire.com. So post in the forums, and then we'll actually tell you what your weak points are. What kind of closes to wear to D3 and not try hard, type beast. Sam looks like a hottie, so I don't know how you dress, Sam. I mean, 99% chance it's a dude, but. So me personally, I have my own style. I like to, you guys probably caught it. I like to wear like simple things. So I'll wear like a black shirt, maybe with like a very basic logo on it, maybe not, and then just like white pants. That's when I'm dressing up. When I'm not, I'm wearing like sweatpants. Like right now, I'm wearing military sweatpants and like a black shirt. Like pretty simple. I like clothes that fit me well. Also, like for sweatpants to have that like V taper, like where it like tapers off at the bottom. I don't like them to drag too much. I think that looks good. I think sweatpants can look really good if they're good ones that fit well, and then shirts that fit me well. And that's really my whole style. Yeah, I wear flip flops on if I'm just trolling, and then like if I'm trying to dress up nice, I wear like nice little dress shoes, and that's really the extent of my wardrobe. Like I don't have that many options. Like Miami is warm. When I used to live cold places, I used to wear like long sleeve shirts and like jackets, but I haven't really worn one of those in ages. All right, so let's jump into the next infield. So which one do I want to go next? Next, let's do the prostitute one. All right, this is gonna be a good one. So we're gonna go in like the order of like kind of like random weird ones, and then progressing into like more of like the legit number closes and like the legit approaches. But we're starting in like kind of like an odd direction, and then we're gonna go into more like, okay, this is more like what you would expect from cold approach. So let's show this one. Bear with me. All right, this is the one. All right, here it is. All right, guys. But before we go any further, please smash that like button. I really want this. We got some good shit in this live stream. I really want this one to blow up. So please, everybody, smash the like button. We got 74 people. Give me 74 likes, please. And then everyone, if you can, tell friends. Let's blow this one up. Yeah, it really helps us blow up the channel and keeps putting out content for you guys. All right, let's do it.
Hi. We almost just like kind of walked into each other almost.
All right, so this is I wanted to show this one. So this is when you're walking and the girl's going the other way, right? So this is how I would approach in a situation like that. I would kind of walk at her a little bit, right? Almost a little bit in front of her, but not directly. So it's not like threatening, right? So I kind of walk ahead of her, and then I open as she's ahead of me, right? And then here she stops like as she turns around. This one, she doesn't want to stop for a little bit. So let's see what happens next.
But then you like check your phone and you looked up in a second. So nah, he has a girlfriend.
Shut the fuck up.
He's not sorry, he's loyal. No,
he's like,
he's loyal. He's loyal to his bitch.
Like, I'm not even looking.
He's playing hard to get. We have strict rules. If you pet the dog, you must pet the Alex. That's how it works.
You have room on here?
You can't pet one without the other. Do I have what?
You have room on?
So yeah, this is me trolling her. If you pet the dog, you must pet the Alex. It's like a little shtick I've been doing lately. It's kind of makes me laugh at least. So at this point, when she says you have a room around here, I realize she is probably a prostitute. My theory is going to be confirmed in 3 seconds. So I'm like, fuck, motherfucker. I probably should have been able to tell, but her outfit is just for Miami. There's a lot of chicks who dress slutty, so sometimes you don't really fucking know. So I'm going to try to get her number anyway, and I'm going to do it in a unique way. So this is based on a lot of what John teaches.
Around here?
A room?
Yeah.
Of course I have a room. I'm not homeless.
Oh. Shut the fuck up. You want to kick it? Have some fun?
In what sense? Elaborate.
Take care of me. I take care of you sense.
You mean like in the way that like I fuck you really well, and then like that's my payment in exchange for you fucking me well?
Not really, no. As long as the money's right.
Oh, my love, I can't do that.
Why? Why not?
Come on, do I look like the kind of guy that pays for it?
No, kind Not really.
Kind of.
Kinda, not really.
No.
No.
Nah.
Okay, well, it's nice meeting you.
Is that is that like your your only hustle, or you got some availability in the?
Dance, but other than that, that's it.
You want to come on a podcast?
Yeah, so clearly working girl. I'm not gonna just, you know, get her number and be like, oh well, let me get your number, because then obviously she's gonna, you know, talk about paying for sex, which I'm not gonna do, especially not with a girl who's like a 6 or a 7 or whatever. Yeah, so but here I wanted to see if I could just turn it around. This kind of became at this point a challenge. I think there's also things that you can learn from this one. Like, look at my body language. Like, I'm just casually leading at the thing, like very relaxed. So I think when you have opportunities, like, doesn't matter. I think this lesson applies. You just fucking chill. Like, you just lean over. You're not like super stressed. You're not standing over the girl. Like, you see my body language is very good. Fortunately, the camera work is very debatable, but yeah, I think you kind of see it nevertheless.
Talk about the pimpin' life.
Sure.
Maybe next week.
Okay, cool.
We have a pretty popular podcast.
Of course, I've never been on one, but it sounds fun.
Yeah, here's your chance to shine, baby girl.
Okay.
You're gonna do great. Ariana. Okay, yeah. Perfect. Nice to meet you, Ariana. Oh, yeah. You're not gonna.
Nice to meet you.
Almost walked away without giving me a hug. That would have been.
Nice to meet you.
A big.
Right. So, yeah, interesting one. With this one, again, it became kind of a challenge, but I think there's things you can learn about how to stop a girl, how to, when it's a prostitute, how to, you want to use something else as like a, I don't know. John talks about it kind of like you want to show that, like, okay, I have some kind of other value to offer besides having a dick, right? Because all the people who are paying her money to fuck, right? So that's not your value proposition at this point. So the only thing that came to my mind is the podcast. The texting was pretty weird between us. She honestly was like texting back a good amount, but she was just like so fucking retarded. And I couldn't fucking bring myself to keep texting this chick and game her. Eventually, I just gave up on this one. But yeah, but I think some of the lessons here still apply. All right, let's see what the questions are. Okay. What's your biggest night game lesson? I mean, I wouldn't say there's a biggest one. I would say there's quite a few. First off is you want to approach with confidence. So just approach like you belong. Don't do like half-hearted approaches like, hi. You want to approach like just like, hey, hi, nice to meet you, right? Like, just want to approach like with confidence as if you belong there. Body language is another big one. Eye contact. Make sure the girl can hear you, because usually in these night game environments, usually, you know, there's music and shit playing. So make sure the girl can hear you clearly. Your voice projects. I would say those are the big ones. Have you ever hooked up with a girl at a concert? No, I've actually. Let me fucking move around. I've not been to a concert in a very, very long time. Last time I was at a concert, I was like 16. Honestly, I'm not that big of a fan of loud music, so no. All right, let's see. A podcast about prostitution on YouTube. No, I mean, the podcast was clearly an excuse. I would not actually bring her on the channel. I mean, I'm not going to degrade PWF quality by bringing like random street prostitutes on. That whole thing was just kind of like a ruse. I was going to see if I could turn it around over text. What happened with the Moroccan girl? Yeah, I don't know. She kind of disappeared after a while. So yeah, not much can be done about that. I didn't really pursue it too hard either. Yo, do you do any infield without the dog? I mean, I used to pick up girls all the time without my dog before I had him. I've had him for about a year, but nowadays, no, why would I not use him as an advantage? I mean, it would be like, it's like having a huge dick and not using that. I don't know. I don't know how you'd use a big dick, I guess, but yeah, so no, I do not do infield without my dog because that's a necessary challenge that I don't want to put on myself. Why would I? 100K subs, you're doing a studio, you mean 100K dominance. That's a little play on words. Yeah, 100K doms. How to approach girls in your college that you see almost every day. Thing is, I already approached her and she declined. She's crushing these days, but she's crushing. I would need to know more about the context. You approached her, she declined, but she's crushing these days. What does that mean? What is she crushing? Crushing life, crushing her looks. You're crushing on her. I mean, at this point, you already approached her. I would try to more get in through like social circle and stuff like that, or like if you have any mutual friends or anything along the lines of that, that would be much better in, because you already tried cold approaching her, it didn't work. You cold approach her again, you can develop a reputation for being like kind of weird. So yeah, that would be my take at that point. Just see if you can find some kind of a party or something like that. If not, I mean, you could try approaching her again. I don't really know the extent of how harsh the rejection was the first time and all that. He says she's showing interest. If she's showing interest, then again, I would still go for like kind of the neutral type of, get in like that. But if you can't, then yeah, I guess your only other option is to approach her. All right, let's jump to the next piece of infield. We got 100 live viewers. All right, let's keep this going. All right, so which one do I want to play next? Okay, I think we're going to do this one. Share screen. Chrome tab. All right. He's a furry one. Oh shit. Friendly or is the owner friendly? Wait, hang on. Wait, bear with me, guys. This thing got kicked out. Hang on 1 second. We're gonna roll this one more time. Try this again. Let me just exit out of some of these tabs. Remove from studio. All right, bear with me. Okay. Share screen. Chrome tab. There we go. All right, I think we got it. Is it a guy or a girl? Oh, he's a guy. It can be his girlfriend. Yeah. So honestly, I had no intention of actually even approaching this girl. My dog saw her dog, and he pulled me over. So I wasn't even trying to game this girl. This was at like 1 a.m. I was just trying to go home. But then, let's see what happens. She's kind of my type. She's got like big tits, Latina. So they can get married and have little puppies. He loves to play. Or just likes to play and play. Raider. You weren't videotaping that either. So she walks away, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like again, I'm not even thinking about like trying to pick up this chick, but then what's it called? One of my buddies was telling me that I didn't know this was actually being videotaped either. So I thought I didn't know they had the camera rolling. So that's why I didn't even pursue it either, because I just didn't have that motivation without knowing that it's going to be going live. But anyway, so yeah, so I didn't pursue it too much. And then my buddy's like, yo, we're actually videotaping this. And, this chick, she's looking over at you. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go back in. Either way. Okay, I figured you. He keeps trying to play with your dog. I'm just trying to chill, and he keeps trying to like come over. So here I'm just using a complete white lie to get back in. We're here and play with you guys. What's your name? Nice to meet you, Alex. Your handshake is very there we go. That's a good handshake. Where are you from? Cuba. Have we ever met before?
Yeah, I live in the corner.
What? You look familiar.
Of what?
You look familiar. Like we met before, right? Or no?
Maybe.
I don't know. You have like a familiar face.
YouTube. Sí.
I've looked at the properties there. So this is not some elaborate game that I'm running on her. You look familiar game. I actually legitimately thought she looked familiar. I thought I had approached her previously. That's why I was saying that. So yeah, again, this is not some tactic. This is legitimately me thinking that I knew her. But I've never. Oh, my friend lives. It's in downtown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh. So what are you doing tonight?
Nothing.
Just hanging out.
It's my friend.
Hello, friend. Hi. Good. Nice to meet you, Alex. I was actually here like a week and a half ago. Yeah. We were like upstairs. So her friend works at the at the spot, whatever. So here, I just want to make it seem like I'm not some rando. So that's why I said I was here a week and a half ago. Actually, I was there like a few weeks ago, maybe more than a week and a half ago. But yeah, so the point of that is to make the friend seem, because the friend works there, so I don't want to make it seem like I'm just like some random guy who's hitting on her friend, and then the friend who works there tries to cock block. All she has to do is say, "Hey, can I get you anything?" And then it just becomes like awkward, right? So I wanted to avoid that by saying I was here recently, right? So they're just like, "Oh, he's a regular," like we don't want to like I don't want to like whatever, like rub him the wrong way or something like that. So that was a strategic move on my part. That's cool. Well, I don't live here. I live at down the street at Infinity, but yeah. You have good eye contact. Quiero su ojos contact. Thank you. So she says, "Your eyes are good. They're like my father's." So I was like, "Oh, okay." If she had spoke better English, I would have went for the joke, like, "Yeah, girl, I'm your daddy." But I don't think she would have gone that. Is that a compliment? What color are your eyes? Brown and blue. She's leaving you alone with me. She's like, "Go hang out with the gringo."
Where you from?
So here I'm just slowing it down. I think me and this chick at this point, we have a good amount of sexual tension, which is actually one of the keys for getting solid, solid numbers, solid leads, whatever. So you want to have as much sexual tension as possible. And here we have quite a good amount. That's going to make the number a lot more solid. So a lot of sexual tension. So here, and she's asking me to get to know you questions, which is a good sign. When the girl's asking you about you, like where are you from? What do you do? Like those are good questions. Those are questions you want to have. That means the girl is interested. Originally, I'm from Russia.
What?
Russia.
Russia. Wow.
Soy ruso.
Russo. Nice. Russo.
Yeah, оригинально с России.
Nice to meet you.
Mucho gusto.
So,
You're gonna have to teach me some Spanish.
I need more practice in English.
Perfect. Teach me some Spanish, I'll teach you some English. Russia.
Nice.
I'll be
And your friends?
more romántico. Oh, yeah. Banditos. Putos. See, I know some Spanish.
Mi papá. ¿Papá? No, estoy en la esquina del patio de mi vida. Todo relajado, hoy el día entero de mudar. ¿Cómo está? Bueno, al final hablé con mi amiga y voy a mandar las cosas.
So here she gets a phone call, and it looks like it's from her dad or something like that. I don't know who it is. I mean, if you guys speak Spanish, you might be able to figure it out. But it looks like she gets a phone call. So here I'm like in kind of an awkward spot because here, we're just like, chatting and shit. She gets a phone call. So I have two options. I can bounce out, right? Or I can wait. But then the problem is that if I'm waiting like 5-10 minutes, that lowers my value a lot because I'm just sitting around waiting, for her to get off the phone call. So at that point, who's in the position of power, who has more value? So it's like a tricky spot. So what I do is I thought, okay, if it's like a 1 minute phone call, it's not a big deal. But I'm waiting. It's like a minute. It's like 2 minutes. I'm just checking. I'm just doing shit on my phone too. I didn't want to wait for more than like a minute and a half. So at that point, what I wait. So the rest of this thing is just me waiting. And then what I do is I let's see. Let's fast forward. So what happens next is after about a minute and a half, I go on my phone and I type in contact. I type in cute Cuban girl and I give her the phone and then she laughs and she puts her number in, right? Because I figured that was my best bet. I didn't want to just bounce out, but I also didn't want to wait around for like 10 minutes while she's on the phone. So that was like the only option at my disposal. But I think in this one, you kind of get to see how to build sexual tension, how to go back in after like it doesn't work out the first time. So I think there's some lessons in this one. All right, so let's go back, remove this. All right, we are back. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Let's see what questions we got. Okay, we got some interesting one. But I'm trying to keep ones that are relevant to the video. Why a girl refused? Why she already refusing to hang out? Why? What is that mistake? I don't know without seeing the context, man. I don't know. How am I supposed to know without knowing the situation? All right, so let's jump to the next piece of Infield. This one's going to take me a second to open up because it was just finished editing by my tech guy. So bear with me. We're going to go to this. All right, so bear with me, guys. We're going to pull this up. This is a good one, though. The suspense. Dum, dum, dum. I want to find this. Bear with me, guys. I'm just pulling up the next piece of Infield. Oh. There we go. All right, let's do it. We got it open. Let's roll this. Share screen. Share screen. Chrome tab. Mexican girl. There we go.
Excuse me. Hi.
All right, this one's kind of dilly-dallying, but bear with me. All this shit loads. Oh.
My dog just kind of dragged me over here to meet you. Yeah. I choice in the matter. Excuse me. Hi. My dog just kind of dragged me over here to meet you. Yeah. I had no choice in the matter. Rhaegar. Yeah. I'm Alex.
All right, my tech guy completely fucked up the blurring here, but let's just roll with it. I think you guys are still going to be able to get most of the value out of it.
Nice to meet you. You have a good handshake. It's kind of rare now. People like they do, but you got like a firm. You just get right in there. Where are you from? Where's your accent from? What part? I'm pretty familiar. I've been to like Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta.
Oh my god, I was just in Puerto Vallarta.
Why didn't you call me? We could have gone together. Me, you, and the dog.
Yeah, right? I am. So where I'm from,
So you're close. You're almost there.
yeah, almost there.
Okay. So if I fly, pick me up and like show me around.
Well, that's 2 hour drive. That's probably
But you'll do it for me, right? Is it like that?
So here I'm just doing a bit of like role play stuff. So like, oh yeah, if I fly in, so like she's like, yeah, you know, I'm from blah blah blah. I was like, oh yeah. So when I fly into you know, a city that's close to her, you'll pick me up, right? So this is just role play, we frame type of stuff. It's good. It makes the conversation a lot more interesting than just fact exchange. Oh, cool. Hey, how are you? What do you do? And I do some of that too, but I also like to make it a little bit more like kind of like fun and flirty like that. And the reframe is like a good way to go about it. Also like hypotheticals.
So do you live here or are you visiting?
No, I'm just visiting. I live in
Cool. You said that with like an exotic accent. Like,
I don't know how to.
what part of are you in? Cool. I lived in LA for like 6 years.
I love LA.
It's cool.
I love it.
I used to always go down though.
Oh, did you?
Also, when you can find similarities with a girl, like, you know, like things you guys have in common. Like, for example, she lived in, you know, like a city pretty close to LA. So I'm like, oh, I'm in LA. Oh, I'm here. Like, blah, blah, blah. So, like, it's kind of like similarities, commonalities are good. They establish a lot of comfort.
What part of LA? Where about?
Everywhere. Santa Monica, Hollywood, West Hollywood.
Yeah. You travel throughout the little area.
Yeah, just like, you know,
Yeah.
the not too ghetto areas.
Right. Not in Skid Row.
I was on Skid Row. I was actually one of the founders of Skid Row. Me and the dog were hanging out at Skid Row. Yeah.
Founded Skid Row.
Yeah. They said we were too cute for Skid Row though.
Yeah.
It's a problem. So what are you doing here? You're just visiting friends?
No, just here by myself.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, you know what, Miami's a place I've never been. I think,
All right, so you broke up with your boyfriend and then?
no.
Just randomly wanted to do a trip?
Yeah, well, I travel a lot. Like I said, I was just in Puerto Vallarta. I literally, there's no, it's very rare when I'm like put, and I get put in California. Like I usually am like,
I do like me a well-traveled woman
I mean, I'm not super traveled, so don't ask me about all these experiences because I'm not there yet, but I've gone out. You travel?
a good amount. I used to quite often
Yeah.
before I got busy with work, but yeah.
Yeah, what do you do for work?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you. Most people don't. Sex and dating coach. With sex and dating.
I've heard that. Yeah, well, I have a couple of people on my Facebook that are dating coaches.
Oh.
For a while, I was like, what is that? Wait, like, people really admire you, right?
Yeah, people really do.
Wow, people really struggle with that.
A lot of guys do.
Do you feel like most of your clients are male?
It's like 99% male. But usually I know, and I just give them advice like, just help them out. I usually don't charge women.
Why?
It's just like usually like friends of friends. Like, oh, my girlfriend is struggling. Can you like help her out? And I'll do like favors and shit.
Got it. What do you
Men and women struggle with different things. Men struggle with just getting their foot in the door and being able to talk to girls and sleep with girls. Women struggle with finding the right guy to date or finding the guy that meets their standards. So it's like super easy. But it's difficult for a lot of women to meet the guy that fits all their criteria.
That is my part.
or to communicate how they feel about certain things.
Yeah. So when a woman comes to you, what is it that they're looking for? Help?
Their dating lives, actually. You're thinking deep about it.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I live down the street.
Yeah, my apologies for the shaky audio. That's the problem with filming Infield. All the tech shit that goes behind it is a pain in the ass. We just ordered a new audio system, so when we record this weekend, should be a lot better. But this is also still pretty good audio system. So here's just a lot of get to know you talk. This is a much longer interaction, but that makes it a lot more of a solid number, right? So when I get her number, the chance of her texting back is going to be a lot higher.
Humans are good. Everything you say with like a sexy accent. I'm a realtor. Like, I feel like most people would.
So here again, so we just kind of went on like a little bit more of like a serious talk, which is okay to go on these like little tangents, but you do want to kind of spiral out of it. So I try to, we talked about whatever psychology and sex and dating, and now kind of bring it back to like flirting with her, right? So I want to alternate between different types of things, like the we frame, talking about, just dating in general, talking about, just complimenting her, joking around with her, teasing her. This is like a little bit of a combination of a compliment and a tease, right? It's a little crossover. So stuff like that.
Say realtor, you're like, oh, you have to have a. But you don't really have much of an accent otherwise. Like, it's always certain things you say.
Yeah. And when I came to the United States, I made fun of a lot.
Were you? I was too. If it makes you feel better.
Yeah?
Because I'm Russian.
Oh, are you?
English is my second language.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? People always try to talk to me in Russian because of my name, Tatiana.
Yeah, it's a Russian
So
name.
every time I introduce myself, they start talking. I was like, oh, time out, stop. No.
But you look nothing like Russian at all.
No, I'm not Russian.
Definitely. You look very Latina.
And I
Like my Latino population.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's funny because for the longest time I thought that I had English down. I'm like, okay, no one for sure will know. My accent is not good,
Oh, you got it. With certain things you say.
But then
When
there's
it comes out.
but then I feel like still certain things, it's like,
I can't tell if you're doing it on purpose though or not. Like you're just like adding a little I don't know,
no,
sap.
there's some words still pronunciate right, I guess you could say. There's still some words that are
Jesus Christ, this fucking audio quality is killing me, but I hope you guys are still getting value out of this. This is the pain in the ass when it comes to filming Infield. It's just like you do everything right yourself, but the video still comes out like shit. And then like we had so many come out. Also, I think I might just skip the charade of blurring these videos because now you just can't see anything. So I don't know what the fuck the solution is there. I think I need to talk to other YouTubers about better censoring programs and whatnot.
Well, listen, I'm gonna give you a ESL lesson.
well, or you can teach me Russian.
Я тебя могу научить, как говорить по-русски. И ты будешь у нас как.
That sounds very hard.
Some people girls either find it attractive or like way too rough. It's like
I want her to say that's making me scary hard, but okay, close enough.
one or the other.
Yeah.
You can speak to me in Spanish.
I love languages.
Me too. I'm fascinated by languages.
French and life.
Me too.
Do you still speak it or
No,
not?
I like completely lost all the French.
Oh, there goes your French.
Oh, hey. I met her earlier.
That's the one that you're guided to. That one. See how you got to see that?
Yeah, I would say you're a little bit more my type than her, but just like not by much.
No, but
Like she's gonna steal you away
no,
from me.
but when you came and you said my dog guided me to this.
So yeah, so she's slightly playfully teasing me about my opener because I said my dog dragged me over here. Funny little opener. But then she's like saying, what's it called? Oh, but that's the lady that your dog wants to talk to. That's like her little poor attempt at humor, I guess. So now I'm gonna make a joke back at her.
This way, I'm like, no, it looked like you're trying to go that way.
Yeah, he likes the old ladies.
Yeah.
He likes the grandmas. Hey, come on, we gotta have better taste than that. We gotta go for the younger women. So how long are you staying in Miami for? How long do we get you for?
Until Sunday. I leave on Sunday.
So we have 4 days together.
So I don't know what there is to do out here. I'm still trying to figure things out.
Are you staying in Brickell?
No, I am in. I'm about like 15 minutes from here. I don't know.
Are you like staying in the hood or?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't think it's like
That's good. Okay, that's good. We wouldn't want you like getting hurt in our city before you can have this little language session.
Yeah, no, we have to.
We gotta keep you safe.
So at this point, I had like basically soft close her multiple times and talk about how we're going to get together for a language session. And again, that's just like a socially accepted excuse. I'm not going to say we're going to get together so we can fuck. You know, I'm just going to say, yeah, we're going to get together for a little language session, right? And it's just all about how you say it. If you're like, yeah, let's get together for a language session, you can blah, blah. If you're like, yeah, we're going to get together for a little language session, right? Those two may be the same words, but they're going to have a completely different effect.
So what are you doing tonight? You're trying to get dinner? Or?
Yeah, I am. I'm hungry. I'm starving. I gotta.
Or are you just like loitering outside this restaurant looking for Russian guys with huskies?
Yeah.
Waiting until one comes along. No. He overshadows me. That's the problem. Here's a good book. Well, so let's exchange numbers and hang out while you're in Miami. I want to hear this Mexican accent. What was your name again?
And here we just basically exchange phone numbers. So, you know, and I got her number. I think I chat with her for another 30 seconds or so. I think that one was, hang on, let me end this. So I get her number, and this was a solid number close. She was like texting me back right away. But yeah, so like the more you spend with a girl, the more likely it is to be a solid number. However, you can just also have solid numbers from 1 to 2 minute interactions. Doesn't always have to be like a super long set. So yeah, I think in this one, I think the lessons were one, how you can just like, this is just how to structure a cold approach conversation, right? It's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of a good one, at least. It should be a little bit of like teasing and flirting. It should be a little bit of like we frame. Should be a little bit of scenarios, role play. Should be a little bit of information exchange. Should be a little bit of like connection type of stuff. It's a little bit of everything. And then you close, you soft close, then you hard close, get her number, say we're going to hang out sometime. And then, you know, that's pretty much it. Now, in terms of the Insta date, the big reason why I didn't do it in that situation is because she's trying to get dinner at that place. So she was waiting outside a restaurant. So unless I want to go in there with her, it's an expensive place, plus following a paleo diet. So they wouldn't be able to help me out anyway. Really wouldn't do me much good. All right, let's take some questions and then we'll do some more infields. Okay, this is an interesting one. Alex, it would be cool if you number your podcast episodes so it's easy to refer back to them. Very true. I do need to start doing that. I just love your content. You take my question. Thanks for that. No problem, bro. Let's see what else we got. Thank you, guys. I take your... Should I do my cold approaches, my mask on? No, take your mask off for cold approaches. That's, yeah. I would definitely take it off. I take your quiz challenge, got 8, hoping to get 10 someday, working on it. Thanks, Alex, sir. Yeah, one day you'll get there. I mean, I'm sure if you take it again, you'll get 10 because it's the same quiz. So really all you need to do if you want to get that 10 is to just take it again. All right, next let's do some group set stuff. So let's show a little bit of group set type of thing. We've been going for an hour. Wow. Any advice for someone who wanting to move to Miami? Yeah, live in Brickell or Wynwood. I would say Brickell. That's my favorite part of Miami to live in. But other than that, I mean, it's a pretty chill city. Really every kind of scene they have there. Don't live in South Beach like a lot of people do. But even South Beach is not that bad. My advice would be live in Brickell and all will be well. I wonder how many people are going to move to Miami like because they think it's the best place to game. I mean, it is a pretty good place. I don't think it's the best. All right, so let's jump on the next one. Next one's going to be interesting. It's going to be a 4 set. All right, we got 80 live viewers. Okay, I'll take it. So let's bring this on. Share screen. Stop. I'll have to like do it a weird way. Share screen. Chrome tab. Force set.
You like my creature?
Super cute.
So wait, you gotta like pet the Rhaegar. You can't just walk away without petting him. You got to pet the Rhaegar. Don't worry, it's not a metaphor. He's actually gender neutral.
So this one's gonna be.
What is it like?
Oh shit.
He goes by Sir.
Sir.
So this one's gonna be definitely by far the most amusing one. I'm just trolling these girls hard because none of them are really my type. They're all more like tall blondes or tallish type of girls with like, you know, more model looking, and I like more of like the curvy Latinas, like the porn star look. So I'm just like trolling a lot. But it's also usually when you care the least, that's when you have the best game, or because that's when you just don't give a shit the most. So this one's going to be very entertaining. There's 4 of them, 2 of us. You're going to see Indian P come in. He's my wing, so he's not actually the cameraman, contrary to popular belief. We have someone else videotaping. All right, let's do it.
You gotta call him Sir Rhaegar.
It's me.
Same Rhaegar.
Rhaegar?
Yeah. Tell him he's a good boy. They're like, you're a good boy, Rhaegar. Oh, Rhaegar, you heard the lady. You're a good boy. Yeah. Tell him. Nah, he's not really. Same question, Rhaegar.
Oh, Rhaegar, that's just. No, he's taking your shit. Oh, never mind.
No, he's not. He's totally different when he takes a shit. But it's different expression. I appreciate the concern for my dog's bowel movements. It's time. What are you guys doing? You guys look like you're on a mission or something.
Go to Red Bar, right there. Yeah, Sweet Caroline. All right.
Right, for karaoke.
Yeah.
Who's saying?
All I want. You were there too.
Oh.
Freak out if you saw that.
Probably not. I mean, it depends on how good you are, how bad you are.
Everyone's pretty good. Great. So
Yeah.
we're a girl group.
Damn.
We got professional pictures, like everything.
You guys had a big evening.
We did. It's not done yet.
We did.
We didn't know we are. We are.
Exciting.
The night is.
But yeah, Red Bar is not going to be that good on a Wednesday night.
I mean, I don't think. What's fun on a Wednesday night?
There's one spot, but.
So here I'm trying to talk them out of going to Red Bar, and it's literally the bar that they're right next to. I'm just trying to talk them out of it. Here at this point, we're just fucking around. But I think there's still some valuable lessons here. I'm gonna try to pull them back to my place, and well, you're gonna see how that turns out. So I'm gonna set it up in a kind of trollish way.
It's kind of on the down low.
What? Is it closed? He's like, I can't tell.
It's a little, I mean, are you guys cool?
Yeah, we're cool. Yeah. I mean, we're not wild.
You kind of thought about that for a second. You're like, yeah.
Like, are we? That's strange.
I don't know. You seem cool. I've only known you for like 2 minutes, so I can't like totally vouch, but you seem like you got good vibe, I guess.
So what's fun?
Are you ready for it?
Yes.
I don't know if they're ready. Casa del Alex.
Oh, is it yours?
It's Casa del Alex. I
knew it.
I happen to live there, but that's just a coincidence.
So that's like my little way of doing a setup, like trying to pull them back to my place. Like, oh yeah. Oh, I know one spot, Casa del Alex. Oh yeah, trolling can be fun.
I happen to live there with your dog.
The dog also lives there.
Oh.
There's more than one resident. There's me, and then there's a dog. I know, it's crazy.
So I think a lot of the stuff that RSD teaches is bullshit, but there are a few principles that I picked up from them that are legit. And one of them, this old school Julian concept of emotional spikes. And actually, I really very much like this principle of emotional spikes. So basically, you get a girl like really excited, like you fuck with her emotions. You take her emotions one way and then you drop them the other way. So like I kind of set them up like this exclusive spot and then bam, punchline. It's like almost like stand-up comedy shit. But you can do it in a lot of ways. You do it through trolling, you do it through like these kind of like false premises and stuff like that. And I think they're very powerful because they give a girl a very powerful emotional experience that makes her much more present and engaged in the conversation. So that's one thing I definitely have been using from my RSD days.
Are you guys out of town or you live here?
No, we live here.
You kind of have that like touristy vibe.
Miami vibe.
No, like out of town, like I want to rage on a Wednesday night.
It's always us.
We're not working yet. So
Yeah, we're not working yet, so.
You guys are probably like super young, right? Like 21, 22?
Right on it.
Yeah. Just graduated from college.
Almost.
Not even yet. Not yet. Still in college. Still in high school.
No.
Let's relax.
I don't know. Maybe you're doing a glory year or 2 or 3.
Why not?
Where do you guys go to school? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's, no, I mean, I know a few people who went.
Someone's like, how do you like it? I'm like,
Tallahassee.
So
fun. Thank you.
So much to do there.
What was better, FSU or UF? The age-old question.
Not even a question.
It is a question.
That's the worst.
I love this Instagram my tech guy did. anyone who's paying attention can just so easily figure this out. Might have to give him a scolding later.
That's the worst question ever. And from UF comes out.
Gainesville versus Tallahassee.
Gainesville, there's nothing.
Literally nothing. Like, there's not a long time.
We're the capital.
Yeah, I spent like when I was driving from Texas to Florida, I spent a night in Tallahassee.
Best night of your life.
Yeah, I would not describe it in those words, but okay.
You have to be a college kid to think it's the best night of your
It felt like very abandoned. Like I don't know, maybe I stayed in the wrong part of town.
probably.
I just got an Airbnb somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was literally just driving through.
Yeah.
Once you're like by campus, then
It's fun.
Yeah. Although I feel a little weird hanging out on campus at like the age of 31.
Maybe just a little.
Maybe I could pull it off. I look kind of young, right?
Yeah.
I got the dog.
Yeah.
bring the dog.
Just bring the dog.
That makes up for it.
Over. I didn't have your act.
So you guys went to school together, I assume, or?
Yeah, we went to high school.
We went to high school. Yeah, we took roommate control.
Ah,
Yes.
a nice Charleston girl.
Are you from here?
I live down the street, but not originally.
Okay.
I grew up. This he also.
This is another one of my buddies. He just enters the set because there's 4 of them, 2 of us.
Live at Casa de Alex.
Thompson Alex, I heard it's crazy on Wednesday.
That's crazy. Yeah. We might be able to get you guys in, but really, you might have to pay cover. Yeah. Like,
Alright, good.
you're the door guy. You can work them. Yeah.
Where you going, guys? Like, what? Are you going to radio or something?
We might go to Red Bar, but I don't know.
Red Bar?
I think you're gonna be the only group in Red Bar. It's just gonna be.
Should I go there?
Yeah, we are.
It's like,
Everywhere we go, party.
all right, people with dogs.
No worries, everyone.
Can you what?
Yes, right.
Can he get in? Yeah, he can get in anywhere. He's a service dog technically, so
He's 21. He's emotional support dog.
he's legal to drink. We gotta get him a doggy bowl for beer. Greg, are you down to get fucked up? You down to get fucked up?
Oh my god.
You wanna get drink tonight?
That's that little voice I do for my dog. It makes me laugh. So fuck everyone.
Drink. Okay.
Drink.
He's a party animal.
Crazy.
See?
Oh man, make myself laugh with my own wit. But yeah, so here I'm just pretty much free flowing, just shooting the shit with these girls, trying to ultimately get them back to my place. But I don't really give a shit if they don't, because none of them are really my type.
I went to undergrad too. I learned some big words.
Really quick. What do you guys say? You see him on a walk?
Taking him on like a nice little stroll.
Yo, people.
But we're like debating going out.
Meetings?
We're on the verge.
On the verge?
We do like to debate.
On a Wednesday? We do like
We might.
How she almost made that joke. Then she was like, it sounds bad. And
It's giving you a word.
A for effort though.
I do.
Who's the leader of this like little organization? You seem like it's you.
The leader of the pack, we're all the leader of the pack.
There's always one.
He's the leader of the pack. He's alpha.
He's definitely not the leader of any pack. He's a follower. He's a lone wolf. Yeah, he's the epitome of a lone wolf.
That's so true.
He just kind of follows me around, does my bidding. You do my bidding.
He's sweet.
Yeah, he's a very sweet dog. He loves hugs.
He loves hugs.
He likes to dance too.
Bring him in. He says he wants to go to Red Bar.
Brigo, you want to go to Red Bar?
So at this point, these girls, they're trying to get us to come to Red Bar with them. So they like us, but they're hesitant about coming straight to our place. So we're going to see how this plays out. I really, at this point, I do not. It's like 12 a.m. I'm trying to pass out. So I really do not want to go to Red Bar, especially with girls who aren't really my type.
He would never say that. He's like, I would never be caught seeing that place. He's like, I'm a Komodo kind of dog. Let's go. Casa de Alex. Casa de Alex and Nixon.
Is he allowed in Casa de Alex?
He is. We'll get him in too. But he
Can he make it? Does he have to pay cover?
no, for him, no. He's fluffy enough to get it for free.
Good.
At the very least, it can't be worse than Red Bar.
Okay, I really don't think it's that bad.
Just like one person.
From here to there,
You're probably gonna get stopped twice. Not just once, but twice. Because in case the first one doesn't do the trick, there's gonna be someone comes out. Yeah. They'll only keep stopping there. As soon as you think about the advantages. You guys are college girls. You gotta think logically. At Red Bar, you have to pay for drinks, and it's gonna be like kind of loud and shit. Probably, you guys are getting on in age. They might get headaches and migraines and whatnot. At Casa del Alex, you will have Huskies, free drinks, and the best view in Miami.
There's multiple Huskies. Best view in Miami.
No, there's only one Husky.
Show like the parking lot. I can see my car.
You'll see the water too. Perhaps.
You're lucky. If you really look at it.
If we take you and kind of hold you out, and then we maneuver your body the right way without dropping you, we can get you a little bit of water in the sink. I just full of these. I got the one-liners.
Amazing. Where's Casa de Alex?
Literally 2 minutes away.
Building.
Infinity.
Yeah.
At the Infinity, right next to SOS.
And for the second time tonight, the whole internet knows where I live.
So otherwise you should tell her.
My sister lives in Bristol. Yeah, let's all go to
Bristol. Us too. You don't even tell her that you're bringing guys or dogs.
Hey, guy,
We got guys and
a
wolves.
dog.
Yeah. And the dog is hungry, so you have to butcher a cow.
You need to buy dog food.
Yeah. He doesn't eat dog food. You will never convince him to eat dog food. He eats chicken, bone broth, and rice. I cook for him twice a day.
Broth is so good for you.
Yeah. Well, I do it for his tummy.
Healthy man. Look at his coat.
I mean, look. Yeah, you don't get a coat like that from dog food. That's you need custom made bone broth shit with a little multivitamin sprinkled in. That's how they roll. So Casa del Alex, let's go. Vamos.
I don't want to see the vibe. Let's see the vibe.
You guys seem extremely undecided.
Undecided?
Undecided. Inside of it.
So I feel like I have to face on my foot. Yeah. If you can come in, you should come in for 2 minutes, right?
So they're trying real hard to get us inside. That means they're just not sold. Actually, one of the girls was down. No, two of the girls were down. You can't really see it, but one of the girls was like, well, we should go inside for 1 minute. So one of the girls wasn't sold. This is a problem when you have 4 girls and 2 or 3 guys or whatever. It becomes difficult. Yeah, so it became difficult at that point. They wanted us to come inside for literally, they said 2 minutes. I just kind of, again, good game would have been going in. I just didn't fucking want to do it. So I was okay to just let it blow out.
It literally a foot away. I don't think. Yeah, I know. I don't think anything bad is stopping. Is it a portal in there? Like,
Yeah, it's a portal. You get teleported. You're gonna get stopped twice. Now the count is going up. It's funny because actually. She's gonna go like this.
She's okay. Let's go. I gotta.
Why don't you guys check it out? We'll just chill for a minute.
Sure. I'll go break the cookie.
She's sitting out.
She's taking.
But yeah, anyway, basically here, this is just like a nice way of ending it. But yeah, so these chicks, they want us to come and sat for literally like, hang on, let me end this stream. Dum. So yeah, so these chicks, they want us to come inside for literally like a minute or two. They said probably 2 minutes would have turned into like 20 minutes. But again, it was late. None of these girls were really my type, so I just didn't feel like going through it. But yeah, that would have been probably good infield from that perspective. I probably should have done it. My camera's completely tilted. Hang on a second. There we go. But yeah, so there you have it. But there you still have all the lessons of how to handle a group interaction. The only thing that was missing was like an element of sexual attraction, right? That's like good banter and all that, but you can't really fake sexual attraction when you're not really into any of the girls. All right, so let's take some questions and then we will call it. So let's see. Wow, there's a lot that built up. Okay, advice for getting out of your comfort zone in general in life. Just do things that make you uncomfortable progressively. So, if you feel uncomfortable going up and asking for a girl's phone number, go ahead and do that. If you feel uncomfortable, doing like being more physical, and do it. Just do things that progressively make you uncomfortable. There's this thing called the 21-day demonic confidence challenge. I did that when I was younger. That can help as well. Okay, let's see what else we got. What they can. Someone says, "Sir, I email you. Check it out. Maybe we can talk on Instagram. I'm a little nerdy." Well, I look forward to this conversation. No, man. I mean, I'll take a look when I can. I usually don't respond to a lot of DMs because there's just so many coming in, but I'll try to take a look. Okay. Wow. I'm just trying to keep up with this. That's what we like about you, Alex. We can identify with you. Sweet. I'm a man of the people. All right. I'll take it. Is it possible to pull the entire group without wingmen? It is, but it's really fucking hard because once you pull the group of the girls, then what happens? Like you gotta, yeah, especially if it's like a big group of girls. If it's like just 2 girls, it's possible. But if it's like 4 girls, well, one girl's gonna go in your room while the other 3 just hang around. Unless the girls are just like really comfortable with hoeing around, I think that's gonna be a tough sell. Alex, would you say online dating is better than cold approach? No, I wouldn't. I would say they both have their own pros and cons. They're both good in their own way. Do you agree that can't lines start off the PUA community with success? Follow-up question. Do you think there's a place for them intermediate? Do you think that can't lines start off? I don't know much about the history of the PUA community and all that. I read the book The Game, so that's about the extent of my knowledge. So I don't know how useful they were or they weren't. Do you think there's a place for them? Yeah, as long as it's not too canned and too like prepared. But I do think that they have a place. Like you said, like I do some shit like that's canned, kind of like the whole like, oh yeah, my dog thought you were cute or whatever. Or when they now one that I came up with recently is like if you pet the Rhaegar, you must pet the Alex. Right, but like they're usually very spontaneous. I just kind of come up with them. I use them for a few weeks, and then I come up with something better. So to me, it's more about just like fun shit that I come up with. Another one I've been doing a lot. Actually, I've been having fun with this one. Is saying that my dog is gender neutral and that he identifies as as a sir, and you have to call him Sir Rhaegar. What do you say if you actually hit on a girl who's younger than 18? Happened to me once, and I'm scared of it happening again. Nothing. I just say, oh, cool. Talk to you in 3 years, and then you just walk away. I mean, there's nothing you have to say. Like, there's no crime against talking to a younger girl. it's just like creepy if you do it for too long. But once I find out the girl's underage, I just kind of say, cool, well, nice to meet you. We'll have to wait, like talk to you in 4 years, and I just walk away or something like that. What's your close rate from cold approach versus from online? I don't know. It's like, I would say it's if I get a number from cold approach and she's responding, there's a pretty good chance I'm going to meet up with her. From online, I get her number and she's responding. That doesn't really mean shit in of itself. So, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'd have to think about that one. Or another scenario, would it be most optimal to just go into a bar with them for 1 hour, then pull a single girl that you thought was the most into you in the least amount of time? Yeah, that'll probably be the most optimal scenario for sure. All right, so we've been going for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I think we broke down a lot of good infields. Let me know in the comments, guys, which one of these infields you enjoyed the most. And now maybe we'll make a detailed breakdown just with that one, like its own video. So let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if you want to see more of these infield breakdowns. They're fucking pain in the ass to shoot, but if you guys really enjoy this content, you find it valuable, I'll keep making them for you guys. Also, please, if you haven't subscribed, tell your friends, help us grow the channel. We're trying to hit 100,000 subs within the next few months. All right, guys, thank you for joining. We got another one on Sunday with Kezia Noble. It's going to be a good one. She's a hottie, so looking forward to that one. All right, guys, cheers.